We are live today, guys. Come on in. We are live. We're going to be talking about wait a minute. What I want to pin is self-sabotage. So the first thing that I'm waiting for my person to add in here is self-sabotage. And we're going to talk about procrastination today, because as we all are building the life and building the business that not only we hope for, but we dreamed of, we want to talk about this killer called procrastination and self-sabotage. So you guys are coming on in. I am looking for my little comment because I am going to pin that, and then we are going to get started. But look, it's a quick 15 minutes, guys. We are on lunch and launch, and we are going to get started. I wasn't with you guys last week. I was on vacation, getting some rest and relaxation with my man. And so I'm back on today. I just want to make sure that you guys are here with me. But anyway, I do not see it. I'm sure it's there. But just wanted to let you guys know that self-sabotage is a big thing, and it is a big part of procrastination. So let's get started. Let's get to work. If you guys can't hear me, let me know. But I am so excited to be back. It is a brand new day. It is beautiful outside. And guys, we are launching deeper. It is about, again, building the life and the business that not only we hope for, but we dreamed of. That life that we read about in the Bible, the life that Jesus promised us, that abundant life, that fulfilled life. So I am so glad you guys are joining in. I see Phyllis. I see Rhonda on the call. I see you guys coming in. I see Kimberly. I believe I saw her. You guys are definitely coming in. So let's go ahead and get started. So I want to give you guys 4 big reasons that we procrastinate. And when we talk about launching deeper, when we talk about using what's in our hands and God using for us to use that thing that He's purposed us to use, when we talk about that, there are 4 things that I would say are launching deeper killers, right? These are things, and it's procrastination, right? But there are 4 main things about procrastination. The first thing is the lack of motivation, right? The lack of motivation. The second thing is, when we wrap procrastination all up in this bundle, is the reason people procrastinate. Number 1, the lack of motivation. Number 2, the fear of failure. And I'm going to add into the fear of failure, we also want to add into our limitations, our limiting beliefs, things that we feel that we can't do, things that we feel that we weren't, we don't have the capacity to do it. All of those things are wrapped up in that point. The third thing is wanting it to be perfect. Perfectionism, wanting everything to just be spot on perfect. So the reason a lot of us wait and we put off is because we're waiting for the situation to be perfect. We're waiting for the kids to be the perfect age. We're waiting for us to have the perfect amount in our bank account, for us to have the perfect message that we want to say to people. So we're waiting for everything to get perfect. And I just want to tell you something really quick. It is never going to be perfect. I don't care how perfect it looks. It is never going to be perfect. So if you're waiting, if one of the reasons that you're procrastinating and you put off is because you're waiting for everything to line up and be perfect, I will tell you, you will be waiting for a very long time, because it is rarely very difficult to get everything perfect. And the fourth thing is time management. Now, when I was praying and asking God, okay, I want to give them a word, because I never want to come on here and not give you something that is something you can take away. I don't care what stage you're in. I don't care what level you are in your career. I don't care whether you're running a business you're just a solopreneur or you have multiple employees. I want to make sure that I am giving you value so that when you get off this call, no matter what stage you're at, you can say, yeah, that's a takeaway. That's something that I can chew on. So I was really praying, and the word build, and I said this the other week, I said, you're built for it. But the word build, and what God laid on me is that when he's placed purpose in your hands, and there's not one person, whether you're on this call live or whether you're watching the replay, there is not one person that God has not put purpose in your hands. So if you're that person that feels like, well, God gives it to everybody else, I really don't have anything in my hands, let me let you know, everybody has something. God has placed purpose in everyone's hands. The thing about it is he gives it to you in your hands, but he doesn't build it. He doesn't build it for you. He gives it to you. You know, like these trees you can see in my window. Those are trees. God gives us trees. But there are people who thought about desks. There are people that thought about all the things. Building a house takes wood. But God doesn't just lay the house in your hands. God doesn't just lay the table in your hands when you have an idea for something. But what God will do is he'll give you the tree. He'll give you the purpose. He'll give you that thing. And it is up to you to build it. So that's when I look at procrastination and I say, okay, I see the reasons we procrastinate. But Lord, why is it that we see the reasons we procrastinate, but we still procrastinate? It's because God places purpose in your hands. And then he looks at you and he's giving you a mandate in the marketplace and he says, build it. Now, I don't know about you, but building something is scary. Building something, whether you are building a social media platform, whether you're building a coaching program, whether you are building a daycare, you're starting a daycare business, a construction company, it does not matter what you're building. It is, if you've never done it before, you need a blueprint, right? But you have this thing in your hands and God says, okay, you say you want to help women, go build it. And I will tell you, building something is the hardest thing to do. So what happens? Lack of motivation kicks in. Fear kicks in. Your limiting beliefs about the fact that, can I really do this thing that God has called me to? Can I do it? So what do? We procrastinate. So I want you to hear this, and I want to be as clear as I can be. Because God has called you to build, procrastination is automatically going to be crouching at your door. It's going to be there. I don't care whether you are spot on with everything. Procrastination is going to crouch at your door because building something from scratch is, okay, I don't know what to do. Lord, what if no one likes what I do? Lord, what if it doesn't work? Lord, it's too late for me to build something, right? There are a lot of people that are in their 60s and their 70s and their 80s, and they don't do it because they're basically saying, it's too late for me to do it. I can't build it. And see, that's what hit me, is that when we talk about purpose, it's about building something. And building is not easy. You're going to come up against fear. You're going to come up against limiting beliefs. You're going to at times feel like, I don't have the time. You're asking me to build that, God? I don't have the resources to do it. I'm too old to do it. So it really hit me. And I said, wow, Lord, that's one of the main reasons we procrastinate. It's because God has given us something to build. And that is a hard thing to do. I don't know if you've ever seen a building go up or a house go up. Most of the times, if not all the times, you have to build down before you build up. And building down is uncomfortable. Building down is scary. Whether you're building a marriage, whether you're building, a business, it's scary because a lot of times you have to go down. You have to uncover some stuff. You got to dig some stuff up. So a lot of times what we do is we say, you know what, that's too much hard work. I can't do it. I don't have the bandwidth to do it. I know, God, you placed this in my hands, but it's too hard for me to do. So I want to encourage you, and I want you to put it in the chat. I am a builder. I am a builder. And when you come up and when you are faced with putting something together, when you're faced with starting your business, when you're faced with growing your social media platform, and you just want to, trust me, I'm in the thick of it, and you want to say, Lord, this is too hard. I can't do this. Did I actually say I was going to be on this live every Thursday? I will tell you, it will make you say, ooh, maybe I'll put this off till I get more followers. Maybe I'll put this off till I get more support. But God is saying, I didn't tell you to wait till you get the money or you get the support or you get the followers. I called you to build it and build it now. So I want to tell you, every time you feel like saying, okay, I'll put this off till tomorrow. I'll wait till the kids get out of school. I'll wait till I retire. And let me just tell you something about that. For all the people that are saying, I'm going to wait till I retire to do it. Well, once you retire, your knees aren't going to be working the same way. Your back isn't going to be working the same way. So we're all waiting till we retire. We're all waiting for it to be a perfect situation. But God is telling you to build it now. He's telling you you're a builder. Build it now. I've placed it in your hands. So when you feel like putting it off, when you feel like saying, okay, I'll do it next year. When you feel like saying, you know what, we'll get to this later. Know that those are all forms of procrastination, and you have to say to that feeling. You have to say it. You have to get in the mirror. You have to get, whether you witness to someone else, and you have to say, I'm a builder. God has called me to build something. And because he's called me to build something, I can't operate in fear. I can't wait till my kids finish 20 gymnastics classes, because we'll put ourselves in all this stuff, and then we'll say to God, well, I don't have time to do it, Lord. If I had more time, I could do it. But a lot of us are self-sabotaging our purpose because we're so busy. We're in every organization. We are volunteering for everything we can volunteer for. We have our children in 20 programs: gymnastics, swimming, tennis, all the things that we can put our kids in now. And then we say, well, Lord, I don't have time because you've placed your kids in 50 programs. You volunteered for 50 things at your church. And I believe in volunteering for community and church. But sometimes you got to look at it and say, am I self-sabotaging the gift that God has given me? So guys, again, our 15 minutes are right up. We are right here. I hope that in this 15 minutes, I've given you something to chew on. Remember that you are a builder, right? Remember that God has called you. When purpose is placed in your hands, that is an assignment to say, I'm a builder. And when you build something, it's going to be hard work. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard. So, when we're faced up against those hard things, a lot of times what we want to do is put it off, is procrastinate. And let me say this, because this is a question that some of my girlfriends, we were talking about, and we were saying, why do people date married like men? Why do women date married men or men date married women? And it hit me today. You know why people do that? It's because they don't have to build anything. They can already get a wife that's somebody else's wife. They ain't have to build a wife. Because most of us don't want to build the marriage. We don't want to do the things that it takes, the hard stuff that it takes to build a relationship. We want to get it counterfeit. We want to get it instant. We want to get it quick. So yeah, sometimes there are people out here to say, man, I don't want all the stuff that goes along with the husband. I got to cook for him. I got to do some cleaning. I got to spend time with him. Let me just get a part-time instant husband. So it hit me. When we're building something, it's not instant, guys. It's going to take work. It's going to make you uncomfortable. It's going to not feel good. And when you start to feel those things, realize that's of the enemy. It's to slow you down. It's to stop you. It is to prevent you from launching deeper. So love you guys. Can't wait to next week. Don't forget, DM me if there's something that you want to know about. If there's a question you want us to bring up next week, let us know. We are also getting people signed up for 15-minute free consultation calls for our business and strategy coaching. So go to launchingdeeper.com, sign up so we can do that 15-minute free call. And I am so excited, guys. Continue to launch deeper. Enjoy the rest of your lunch, and I love you. Bye.